Hey everyone, it's Fred from Real Life Crypto here, and I wanted to share a little bit about my journey through cryptocurrency that I've experienced over the last 7 months. Now, some of you who know me well know that during the course of the pandemic, I started to tool around a little bit with cryptocurrency. I was curious about what people were talking about and some of the success they had, and I was really interested in exploring what decentralized finance really could be all about and what a crypto space might allow for as both an investment strategy and just to understand it. I was really very curious about work in that space. And so I found myself back last February beginning to experiment with cryptocurrency. And my first experiment was using Robinhood to invest in Dogecoin. And it was a really interesting experience for me to use an exchange like Robinhood to purchase cryptocurrency and to get involved with some of the conversation about Dogecoin through social media. And I began to become passionate about it. I began to find myself really interested in it. And I shifted to trying to engage in crypto through the use of a digital wallet, and Coinbase Wallet and MetaMask have been the tools that I've utilized. And so since that time, over the last 7 months or so, I've learned quite a lot. And I think if you're investing in cryptocurrency, chances are you've learned quite a bit too over a short period of time. And I am very much new to the crypto world. Many people have been invested in it for years at this point. But in the last 7 months or so, I've learned a significant amount. And I wanted to just share kind of 4 ground rules that I've put into practice that have helped me to be somewhat successful. And for me, somewhat successful is 1.5 times my initial investment through the crypto space. I am net positive, which is great. I've returned over 50% of my initial investment, which is also great. And at the same time, I'm not somebody who has yet mastered how to make 10 or 20 or 100 times my return. So in fact, that's why the title of these videos are Real Life Crypto. It's there are a significant number of people who have made significant returns on their investments, and they are doing fantastic work. For most of us, though, we're just looking to experiment, generate a little bit of additional revenue, and hopefully have fun while we do it too. And that's what these videos are meant to highlight. So what I've learned over the last 6 or 7 months is that I can be really positive and generate acceptable returns by following 4 basic rules, and I'm going to share those with you. The first is that in the crypto space, you only ever invest what you can afford to lose. And that should be true in any investment practices, but in cryptocurrency, it's even more important. Because crypto can run a little bit like the Wild West and can feel very open and free. While there's benefits to that, there are also some hard lessons to learn. And anyone who has invested in crypto projects have found themselves in situations where they've been on the losing end of a project, either because interest peters out or because it's tied to some sort of scam. Where it might be a case where you invest some funds and then can't sell, something that's referred to as a honeypot, or you find yourself in a situation where the developer of the project and a lot of close friends wait for prices to rise and then all sell together, dropping the price significantly, leaving everyone left with tokens, with currency that has very little value from where it started, right? Something often referred to as a rug pull. So one of the things that I've learned is you should only ever invest which you can afford to lose. And that's key rule number 1. The second rule that I found to be really, really helpful is that you should only ever invest in projects that you truly believe in, projects that you're passionate about. And in an upcoming video, I'll share 4 of those projects that fit all these rules that tie into investment and passion, and the 2 other rules that I'm going to share. So make sure you really understand what the project is and what it stands for. A third rule that I think is really important is to invest in projects where there is an active community behind them. That can be via social media, so it might be through standard social media, Twitter, might have large Instagram followings, Facebook, and then might also use other tools, Telegram, which is a chatting app, and or Discord, which is a tool that's useful for communication and for engaging in work that you're doing. And then finally, the fourth rule that is also really, really important is make sure that you can hold on to your currency projects for a lengthy period of time. Just like if you were investing in stocks, if you exit a stock really, really quickly, while it might allow you to generate a little bit of revenue and have fun doing it, chances are, if you are involved in the stock market, you found yourself in situations where you say, I wish I would have held on to this longer. In the crypto space, that works very much the same way. In fact, in my short time involved in crypto, I've exited 2 projects much quicker than I would have liked to. And while it was a positive exit for me, had I waited a few more weeks, a few more months, the returns would have been significantly larger. And at least from a financial standpoint, I would have been much happier. So only invest in projects that you're willing to hold on to for a long period of time. So what are those rules? 1, make sure that you only invest what you can afford to lose. 2, make sure you're passionate about the project that you're investing in. 3, look for those projects that have strong communities behind them. One of the things I found to be really helpful is rather than investing right away and hoping to jump on the bandwagon and things start, I tend to sometimes wait a week or so to see what happens after that initial buying and selling and for the project to stabilize. And if it stabilizes and there's a lot of community involvement behind it, then I'll join the project. If I've got the funds, if I'm passionate about it, and that fourth rule, if I can allow myself to stay involved and invested in it for a significant period of time. So again, 7 months is not a long period of time, but I've learned enough over those months to figure out a few rules that work for me. They're not necessarily the rules that are going to work for everyone, but they are rules that have allowed me to move through the crypto space net positive in my enjoyment, in my returns, and feeling good about the work I do. So thanks again for watching. I'd love any feedback and look for more opportunities to hear some of what I've learned.